explosives. Incredibly slow, you can't transport a lot of stuff, and you might die. A rocket needs to reach a velocity of about 40,000 kilometers an hour to escape from Earth. To get to that speed, rockets are mostly containers for fuel with a tiny tip of payload. This is bad if you want to go to other planets because you need a lot of heavy stuff if you want to survive and maybe even come back. So is there a way to get to space with less fuel and more payload? A nice thing that solved most of our transport problems on Earth is what you call infrastructure. Whether it's roads for cars, ports for ships, or rails for trains, we've made it easier to get to places. We can apply the same solution to space travel. Space infrastructure will make getting into orbit and out to the Moon, Mars, and beyond easier and cheaper. Great, but what exactly is space infrastructure? Unlike an Earth, to 150 kilometers and no lower. To match this, while this isn't exactly easy, it's still free, equal to hundreds or thousands. We've made it easier to get to places. We can apply the same solution to space travel. Space infrastructure will make getting into orbit and out to the Moon, Mars, and beyond easier and cheaper. Great, but what exactly is space infrastructure? Unlike an Earth space elevator, which is currently science fiction, there is a yet novel technology that will require. It's surprising. What if we put tethers hundreds or thousands of kilometers long into space and had spacecraft use them as to climb to higher altitudes and gain speed? This concept is known as the skyhook. It works even better if we make it spin. The counterweight holds a long cable in place while it rotates around a circle. A rotating tether slows down its tip relative to the ground at the bottom and speeds it up at the top like a catapult. This means that you can transfer energy from the tether and get a massive boost when released, more or less for free, equal to twice the tether's rotation velocity. Specialized fibers already exist that can survive the extraordinary stresses a skyhook would be faced with. To protect against cuts and collisions from debris and meteorites, we can thread our tether into a web of redundant fibers. Since our skyhook would pass over the same spot many times a day, this would allow small, reusable shuttles to catch up with it. Of course, it's not that easy. At its lowest point, the tether's tip is dashing through the atmosphere at around 12,000 kilometers per hour. Because of Earth's atmosphere, we can't lower the skyhook too much, or it will get too hot from air friction. So it will dip to a height of 80 to 150 kilometers and no lower. To match this, we'll need specialized spacecraft that can get to the tether. While this isn't exactly easy, it's still much cheaper than getting a big tin can filled with rocket fuel to go 40,000 kilometers an hour. Catching the tip will be a challenge too. There's only a short time window of 60 to 90 seconds to find a tiny thing in the sky moving at Mach 12. To make this easier, the tip could have a sort of fishing line, a kilometer long, with a navigation drone that helps the spacecraft connect. Another challenge is keeping our skyhook in orbit. As more and more ships latch onto it and pull themselves up, they use up the momentum that keeps it in place. If we don't do anything, it will slow down and crash into the atmosphere. And here, we can cheat the universe a bit. The skyhook is a battery of orbital energy. It's possible to balance the payloads coming in and being sent off. Arriving ships bringing humans and materials home to Earth add energy to the tether, which it can give to other ships departing into space. This way, the tether doesn't lose any energy. The more we use it, the cheaper it gets. If we're still losing energy with each boost, we can recover it with small electric or chemical engines that regularly correct the tether's position. A set of tethers, one around Earth and one around Mars, could make trips between the planets fast, straightforward, and low cost compared to rockets. The Earth tether would sit in low Earth orbit to grab people and payloads and fling them off to Mars. The Mars tether catches them and slows them down for a landing on the surface. In the opposite direction, the tether could pick up a vehicle traveling through Mars's thin atmosphere at only about 1,000 kilometers an hour, not much faster than our airliners on Earth, and fling it back to Earth to be caught and lowered down. The tethers could shorten trips between both planets from 9 months down to 5 or even 3, and reduce the scale of the rockets required by between 84 and 96%. Even better, people may be able to travel in relative luxury, as we can afford to invest in passenger comfort. Tether travel would be first class seats to Mars. Together, tethers around Earth and Mars provide a rapid transportation backbone that would make space travel affordable. But let's go further. Starting from low Mars orbit, a tether could boost ships to the asteroid belt. The first craft sent to a new asteroid would need rockets to slow down at its destination. Subsequent arrivals might find a tether waiting to catch them and send them back for free. Getting to asteroids cheaply is a major factor in opening. Tether travel would be first-class seats to Mars. Together, Mars's thin atmosphere at only about 1,000 kilometers an hour, not much faster than our airliners on Earth, and fling it back to Earth to be caught and lowered down. The tethers could shorten trips between both planets from 9 months down to 5 or even 3, and reduce the scale of the rockets required by between 84 and 96%. Even better, people may be able to travel in relative luxury, as we can afford to invest in passenger comfort. Tether travel would be first-class seats to Mars. Together, tethers around Earth and Mars could provide the rapid and cost-efficient transportation backbone that would make space travel affordable. But let's go further. Starting from low Mars orbit, a tether could boost ships to the asteroid belt. The first craft sent to a new asteroid would need rockets to slow down at its destination. Subsequent arrivals might find a tether waiting to catch them and send them back for free. Getting to asteroids cheaply is a major factor in opening up the resources of the solar system. Precious metals and valuable minerals could be delivered to Mars just weeks after they were cut out of their asteroid. They would be the perfect building blocks for our interplanetary civilization. But why stop here? Mars moons are very convenient. No other moons in the solar system orbit that close to their planet. Phobos is so heavy that we don't need to worry about slowing it down, making it the perfect attachment point for super tethers just under 6,000 kilometers long. The lower tip would fly just over the surface of Mars and be very easy to catch. The upper tip can fling ships all the way to Jupiter and Saturn. The same super tether can also bring the inner solar system closer. Venus and Mercury are a single swing away. Unlike Mars, they're bursting with solar energy and are rich in minerals. In the long term, nothing is stopping humanity from constructing a zero-propellant transport network for the terrestrial planets centered on the Martian moons. Tethers are a comparably cheap and sustainable solution to making space travel affordable and the rest of the solar system accessible for exploitation and exploration. Considering that we have the technology to build them today, there's really no good excuse to wait any longer. parts of the solar system are far away, but they could be very close. It's hard to get to space. As much as we all wish there were an easy and affordable way to see our planet floating in the dark, right now, the only way is to become an astronaut or a billionaire. But there is a concept that might make it possible while serving as the starting point for the exploration of the universe, the space elevator. How exactly does it work? To understand how a space elevator works in space, space and lower it down. The elevator part of the space elevator is... That's $1.3 million for the average human, $40 million for the cargo going fast. Imagine a child spinning a miss. If you possible while serving as the starting point for the exploration of the universe, the space elevator. How exactly does it work? To understand how a space elevator will get us into space, we must first understand what an orbit is. Being in orbit basically means falling towards something but moving fast enough to miss. If you throw a ball on Earth, it makes an arc through the air and then hits the ground. In space, gravity makes you move much the same way, but if you move sideways fast enough, the curvature of the Earth makes the ground fall away beneath you as fast as gravity pulls you towards it. So to enter Earth's orbit, rockets have to go up and sideways fast. By contrast, a space elevator taps into energy from the Earth's rotation to get the cargo going fast. Imagine a child spinning a toy on a rope with an ant on the child's hand. As the ant climbs out along the rope, it starts to move faster and faster as it ascends.
Yeah.
Compared to rockets, with cargo launched on an elevator, you only need to provide the energy to go up. Fast sideways movement comes free with the Earth's rotation. But a space elevator would, without a doubt, be the single largest and most expensive structure ever built by humans. So, is it worth it? It all comes down to costs. Rockets burn a huge amount of rocket fuel just to get a small amount of cargo into space. At current prices, it costs about $20,000 to put 1 kilogram of payload into space. That's $1.3 million for the average human, $40 million for your car, billions for an international space station. This immense cost is one of the major limitations of human spaceflight. Even with advancing technology, this cost isn't likely to be comparable with the price of an airline ticket anytime soon. A space elevator would solve this problem. After construction, a space elevator is projected to reduce the cost 100-fold to $200 per kilogram. If an inexpensive space elevator costs $20 billion, then we'll recoup our losses after launching only 1,000 tons, close to the weight of 2 international space stations. So what would a space elevator look like in real life? A space elevator has 4 major components: the tether, anchor, counterweight, and climber. The elevator part of the space elevator is the tether and the climber. It extends from the surface of the Earth to space. The climber is like a conventional elevator carriage, a chamber that works its way up and down the tether. At the base would be an anchor, pinning the tether to the Earth, along with a port for climbers. At the top is the counterweight, which holds up the tether. The tether is held tight like a rope and supported from above by the tension from the counterweight, located higher than 36,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. At the counterweight could be a space station, a launching point for all missions from the spaceport elevator. But can we actually build one? It's hard to say. The biggest challenge is the tether. It needs to be light, affordable, and more stable than any material we can produce right now. There are promising materials like graphene and diamond nanothreads, but even they may not be strong enough. And aside from being incredibly strong, the tether would also have to withstand atmospheric corrosion, radiation, and micrometeorite and debris impacts. Additionally, it takes several days to climb the elevator. How do we power the climber? It requires a lot of energy to go up. Do we need a nuclear reactor on our elevator carriage? Or do we beam it power from the ground with a super-powered laser? And where do we get the raw materials for a 36,000-kilometer long tether? Do we make it on Earth and launch it into space, or do we make it in space and lower it down to the Earth? Could asteroid mining be the answer? Put simply, there are still some major technological hurdles to overcome. And a space elevator is not without risk. Should the tether break, it would collapse in spectacular style. If it breaks near the anchor, the force exerted by the counterweight will cause the entire elevator to rise up, ascending into space. Should it break near the counterweight, the tether will fall, wrapping around the world and whipping the end off. The resulting debris in orbit could pose serious problems to future spaceflight. If we build a space elevator on Earth, we have to do it right the first time. For these reasons, some experts have proposed first building a space elevator on the Moon. The moon's gravity is much weaker than the Earth's, so a flimsier but existent material like Kevlar could serve as a tether. Even with all these challenges, the payoff of having a working space elevator would be immense. It might be the first step to truly becoming a spacefaring civilization.
Wow.
Maybe we will never build a space elevator, but in trying to do so, we might learn an awful lot. And when it comes to the exploration of the universe, there can't be too many dreams of a glorious future.
Arena's Battle Pass.
This is your first time seeing that?
It's on fire. No, I think the last time we played it was on. Are you on?
Yeah. I got 2 messages. I'm trying to find out where the
One was from me
Oh.
saying I'm on. I didn't know if you were on or not. Then I
I don't know
texted
how
you.
to find my fucking mailbox.
It's in your social, like where your friends are.
Can't find the shit.
Huh?
I can't find it. I don't.
It's bottom left hand corner.
Yeah, I clicked that and then it just shows my friends list. I don't.
There should be tabs for your messages received and shit.
Yeah, you would fucking think.
Fuck, that's hot. Mm. Yeah, because once you click on that, oh, click on your own shit. Like you see how in the bottom left hand corner you have your like people in your party. When you click on that shit, it tells you maybe not your messages. It says your friend searches.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
Huh.
let me know when you're ready. And
I'm ready. Oh, you know what? Let me go to my traders. Eliminate play enemies while playing assault. $76, jeez. Team fight.
Maddie texted me just now. She goes, "Who's Jordan Vela?" I was like, "What?" I was like,
Jay, sorry.
"Dude," I would go, "Why?" She goes, "He's popping up on my Facebook friends with parents in my class, but also has you as a mutual friend." I was like, "Oh, I was gonna say if he's following you on social media, that's fucking weird." But I worked with him a while ago at Sprint. Me and Josh refer to him as Jay Sorry. She goes, "Oh, for why?" And I sent her the picture of him on the concrete. Fucking throw up. She goes, "Ew." I was like, "Yeah, he just earned the name by constantly being weak." She's she texted me back, said beta.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, beta as fuck." She said, "I mean, just from the picture, you can tell." Yep.
I mean, when you're face down in your own fucking vomit, bro, it's hard to shake. It's hard to beat
Yep.
that rap.
Yeah. It's hard to come back from that one.
Yeah, dude, really hard.
Got that shit framed, bro. We got a picture of it, bro. I'm gonna lose my shit if I don't find this fucking mailbox.
Dude, I'm trying to figure it out too.
I'm gonna look it up. I can't believe I have to even look it up.
Main menu. Weird. PMC frequency. I think my camera's actually getting in the way of something. Like the position. Like, I think there might be some other options there. So I've had conversations with other motherfuckers, but it wasn't polite.
Dude, I can't even find out how to find it on the internet. Like, this is gonna bother me.
My 3 messages are block slider, taint tickler, and the buffalo.
Oh, they're from my oh, they're from you. Okay. They're from, you have to like find the person that is in your friend list that sent you the message, click on it. Got it.
That's
That's
how you get out, Ray.
super confusing. You ready or no? If not, I'm chilling. I'm not really worried about it if you aren't.
Why does your voice sound so low?
Cause
I don't know.
I just fell into like a rabbit hole of tweaking every single spec on my computer to give me the best performance on this game. And I really didn't even want to download Discord, but I did. I kind of had to if I wanted to play with homies. And I went into the like audio settings of Discord and like adjusted all the fucking super crazy features that it has to make your to like block out the background noise, pick up your voice automatically, like make it sound better. I turned all that shit off, so now it's
Guy's
yeah.
living in the Stone Age, but he's got an extra frame per second.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I'll take it. I don't give a fuck.
Keep it. I'll just stutter.
No, dude, yeah, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. And honestly, I only get so only so crazy about like the performance on the this is the only game I play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I'm such like a freak about going down like the rabbit holes of tweaking this. Like, dude, you don't even have a clue how much like shit I've tweaked on my PC to give me the best performance like possible. I'm talking from the fucking speed of the mouse cursor to like, dude, I don't even fucking know, bro. Like, I've adjusted so much shit. I clear my cache in the fucking launcher. Like, you can also change the setting in the game launcher to like, cause when by default the what is it, BSG launcher stays in the background when you're playing the game after you like click play. I
Yeah.
adjusted that so it there's a setting that you can pick to where it closes the launcher after you click play, which will help performance. So, dude, I don't know, like just playing it so much, like anytime like anytime there's like a one-on-one fight, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just like in a game like this, if you're playing it a lot, like performance just fucking matters, bro. Like every frame is a bullet. You know what I mean? Like if I'm dropping frames, I'm missing shots that I fucking hit, and it's pissing me off, bro. I refuse. So,
Bro, just fucking start this shit.
bro, I had to listen to you, fucking bitch. What are we? What, team fight? Obviously. All right.
Just put the fucking ketchup in the bag, bro.
Spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
That shit's
Don't you ever fucking hit me with anything other than spicy ketchup.
facts, dude. I got a
Imagine?
bottle of that shit in my fridge, bro.
God, bro. Had this bitch that I work with that was like, she was collecting the small ones, so she's like, the fucking bottle just doesn't hit the same like the fucking packs. And I felt her on that. So true.
Oh, fuck. No, hell no. What? That's a conspiracy. Y'all are telling yourself that, bro. This shit's.
Nah, dude, it's true.
Oh, no, you guys are fucking idiots.
The consistency of the ketchup in your bottle is not the same consistency that's the one in the packet.
Bro, what?
We could try it out. Do a
I
little
think we
test,
should. I mean,
taste test. Yeah,
there's
for sure.
definitely certain things that I would like, okay, if you were to compare a Coca-Cola in a can, metal can, aluminum can versus like in a plastic bottle,
Exactly.
they taste different.
Mm-hmm.
But like, nah, bro.
Spicy ketchup's one of them.
Dude, I think it's better in the bottle.
Definitely different.
I've been playing this game so much, dude. Like, it's I'm cracked at this shit if I really like try.
If you're putting fucking all that stupid shit that you just told me into effect, you better be fucking never dying, fucking the best player I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, I be putting in work, bro. Trust me.
Let's go.
I mean, I'd say almost every single game, like, it gets down to 1v3, 1v2, and I'm fucking clutching shit, spinning around, hitting headshots, and every single game I'm getting compliments like, damn, bro, I was fucking sick, dude. Like, yeah, bro, I spent a lot of time to fucking get this performance, bro.
Yeah, dude, sounds like it. Guy's putting third party fucking apps on his shit.
Bro, it's true though, like, just if you drop a frame, you're gonna miss like you miss a shot, you know, or if you're not getting the best like performance, y'all are gonna you and another guy pop around a corner and he's gonna see you first. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many times where I get in a gunfight and I'm like, dude, that guy just peeked the corner and killed me so fucking quick, and then I watched the kill cam and he like peeked the corner, aimed, like looked around. I'm like, fuck no, dude, on my screen that was not what happened. So I got tired of getting hoed.
Yeah.
And it's like, why not, bro? You know, like if there's options out here to tweak all the shit and make the performance fucking 10 times better, like why not? I mean, if you just don't care, I mean, I get that. Like it's not I'm not expecting everyone to give a fuck, but it's just something that fucking bothers me.
All right, well, let's take it for a test drive, see what the fuck's going on.
You know what I noticed too? I don't know if I mentioned to you last time we played, but I'm like, dude, I swear I've never been on the red team. They changed it to where like you're always on the blue team and the other team's always red. Even on the other team, like we're showing red to them.
Got it.
Made that shit so much easier having to like instead of having to remember what color you are.
We're always blue. Their enemies
Always,
are always
yeah.
red.
Yep.
Shh.
So you never have to like remember what color
Shooting
you are.
red. Damn.
You got that 300 blackout gun, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Uh, just today. Hold on. Just today, I like went to move my mouse or something while I was playing, and I like hit a button or something with the sensitivity, bro. Like it, huh, fucked my all my sense like fucked all my sensitivity settings up and shit. One little like button on my mouse.
While you were in the bindings or what?
No, like I there's let me kill this last guy real quick.
I didn't know you were in a game, dude. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
What? You're not in this game with me?
No.
What the fuck? I didn't invite you. Here, let me
No
disconnect.
shit.
Um, I just left. Nah,
Now we're gonna wait.
on my Logitech mouse, there's like there's two buttons to like increase and decrease the like sensitivity of the
Oh,
mouse.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And like I like went to grab the mouse or something and just like my thumb accidentally tapped one of them. I don't know what the fuck I hit because when I went to try to like because I know about the buttons, so like when it happened, I'm like, oh, let me just fucking hit one or the other and get it back to where it was. No, when I went to hit them, it was when I was pushing them to try to get it back, it wasn't adjusting the sensitivity. So I don't know what the fuck I hit, but
Wow.
like, dude, oh my God, it sent me down a tailspin, bro. Like my sensitivity was like just completely fucked in the game, and then if I changed it on the like in Windows, it wouldn't change it in the game. I'm like, dude, oh my God, bro. So that was like an hour trying to figure out what the fuck to like, bro. Tell me what the fuck, bro. I changed the mouse sensitivity in Windows, and then I load the game up, and it's still fucked. Like when I say fucked, like here, let me invite you real quick. Fuck are you? Taint Tickler? Is that you?
Nice read.
Um,
Gotta
I
be
load the
read.
game up. I go in the game, and it's like super high sensitivity. Like can't even play. Like it's so fucking high. And then I adjust the set. Like you can go and adjust in game the sensitivity for your like just walking around and your like aim down sight
Walking around money.
sensitivity. Yeah, bro. I adjust both of those all the way down to the lowest it can go, and it's still too high. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I adjust the mouse sensitivity in the
Were
fucking
you in? Were you in Tarkov when you press those buttons?
uh I don't know. I wasn't like in a game or anything, nah. But
That's weird that it would specifically adjust the settings in your game.
I must have had Tarkov up at least. Like I
Yeah,
might have been
there's
like in
no
the
way
lobby or
you're like
something.
out here setting it like yeah. There's no way it would have been like let me go into this one thing automatically to set the settings for that, but not for anything else. There's no
Yeah,
fucking
so
way,
it's
huh?
like blowing my mind because I'm like, how do you fix that, bro? Like I'm adjusting the mouse sensitivity on the fucking operating system, like in Windows, and it's not like taking like in the game. So,
I hope my fucking audio is working in this fucking game. I didn't hear it go dun 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 dun.
oh yeah, turn that shit off.
Oh, you know what? I might have. Oh no, there it is.
Bro, even like in the settings, you can change their region for the servers that it picks to
Oh
give you
yeah, you
better
told me.
ping. Yeah, like I've done everything to give me the best performance, bro.
And
I
I'm
even
just over here dropping 16 like it's nothing.
uh,
Just fucking running shit numbers over here. Dropping 16.
I think it's time for a new PC or something, bro. Like I don't know.
There's no way yours is like what a year older than mine, if that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why it was driving me nuts because
There's no way in hell, bro.
I
There's no
shouldn't be
way in
having to
hell.
do this. Tarkov's the only thing that's installed on this fucking PC, bro. I shouldn't be having to like do all this
And
shit.
you've reset your shit multiple times.
Yeah, well, that was because I was just like tweaking, thinking like I'm over here looking at all the 97 processes that are going on, and like half of them say like remote control. I'm like, dude, someone like hacked my Wi-Fi and like got on
Just
my PC or
hijack
some
that
shit, bro.
shit.
Yeah, bro, like I'm looking at all the processes just because I was curious, and I'm like seeing all this shit that like doesn't. I don't know, the title of the process is just sketchy. You know, I searched probably fucking 50 of them, and like every
You're
single
like
one was like,
useless.
yeah, every single one on Google is like, yeah, it's like it's a process that's needed for the operating system. But like, bro,
They
they
were all
have the
legit.
craziest names, bro. It's like remote control, like
Yeah.
fucking
The other
user
night,
99,
two
dude.
nights ago, I don't know what I did, but my fucking I think my fucking armory crate, which is like the shit that runs like my computer's like peripherals, like for the aesthetics, it fucking updated and it like took away my fucking background that I have. So I was like, oh hell no. So I tried looking for it and it wasn't there and like it just seemed off and I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm just gonna uninstall it and reinstall it. And then when I reinstalled it, like there was like these fucking windows that kept popping up. Son of a bitch. That was stupid of me. There was these windows that were popping up it was a CMD. It was a command window like where you
You're good.
fucking where you have to type into like MS DOS. Like it's like a little
Yeah,
window that pops up and it shows you all the like the coding and shit, and then it immediately closed. And I was like, well, what the fuck is that? So it
yeah,
just
bro.
kept doing it, and I was like, I'm not having this shit. Like I went down a fucking hole like looking for that shit. Like I tried to figure that shit out, and then finally I
Yeah,
was like, I'm just uninstalling this and reinstalling it
yeah,
again.
dude. There was one time I had a similar thing happen to me when I was just like in the middle of fucking scouring through these processes, and all of a sudden, because I have it sorted by the processes that are using like the most memory, and at the top randomly, like this process is literally just like remote access to your desktop, like
You're like,
pops up,
yeah, get that off.
bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I go to like click on it, and I'm trying to research it, and then when I go back to Task Manager, it's gone. I'm like, oh fuck no, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
there's all that stupid shit that comes up.
yeah, bro. Like literally, a fucking default app for Windows is like remote access to your desktop. I'm like, yeah, we're removing that. What the
You're
fuck?
left, idiot. You're left. I would have been dead. King shit. Camera ain't shit. Great. It's always fucking something, bro. I swear to God. Fab.
It's so bad.
Fucking fab.
It's so bad that we're
I
fucking
know.
on this shit now,
I know,
dude.
dude. Love that. You know she's fucking down to earth,
I'll
too.
send you a picture. Yeah, I'll